Mr. Raphael. And this morning, Tinubu is about to release over 200 billion as
255
billion in palliatives. He said that they will share assorted food. Don't forget last year, he gave all the state governors
50 billion
and nothing.
to cheer
I don't know if he got a bag of rice.
No, I told you that on getting to College Road, the part of Ifako local government, behind the general hospital, I saw a group of people sharing a hand carry. You know that hand carry is not up to 10 kilograms. So they were fighting, wounding, abusing themselves. Then I asked what was going on. They said the same palliative, because I know that 50 billion will go no way for Lagos. Negotiations are more than, as I'm talking to you now, we are more than 40 million people here. See, the census is over how many years now? You know that there was a census around 2003, 234. So now, how many years? 11 years after. See, Lagos then was thicker in population than Kano. Teamly populated more than Kano State. So currently, 50 billion naira Tinubu administration gave to each and every state of the federation wasn't enough. And the way that those funds were distributed or disbursed among the citizens are still remain fictitious. None of us has been briefed how come about this money. So let me tell you, Lagos State, the amount of money given to Sanwo-Olu could not even satisfy ordinary aggregate local government, Alimocho everywhere, down to Alakoko. That 50 billion could not even, each Lagosian from that axis could not even get $10. So what I'm trying to say is that another scheming again to what? Defraud Nigerians on course. That is the current 155 billion naira given out already, according to the presidency, to be distributed among every household in Nigeria. Then I begin to ask, why not, if you know you got this money, why not embark on industrialization? The money you give me, 50,000, cannot even last 2 weeks for me. No, I'm telling you the truth. But if you use that money and establish a production company, I don't know what to understand. I can be working there any money, monthly, Nigerian use, same. So what I'm trying to say is that Tinubu has a mentality of feeding people, as he was doing before hijacking Obi mandate at Bodilum residence, where he was living then. He was fond of feeding people on Thursday, not knowing that that is the kind of communal leadership that was in vogue in the Middle Ages. During the Dark Ages, people feed people, people had followers, kings especially took care of communities. So this is a modern day democracy. We are not in the archaic stage of life. During the archaic ages, that is when you can distribute money, distribute rice. This time around, instead of lavishing such huge amount of money on communal system of leadership, you are, I think, supposed to establish production companies, employ the youths. So this is another scheming to sink down almost 1 trillion naira. And let me tell you, the people that are going to disburse this money, they have positioned themselves on how to siphon it. Because the first segment, no, you did not get. Did you? Did they give you?
No.
Lucky, you don't know if Lagos could not get even yam. You know, Lucky is fond of yam, let alone rice. Myself, I won't tell you that my type of food is swallow. I could not even get semo or wheat. That 50 billion naira, none of my brothers ever placed call across to Lagos here, informing me that they got or received 10 naira. So currently, Nigerians should stand on their feet and stop these people. Look at how Akpabio is exposing our weak point. Akpabio is saying that Tinubu should go on and enjoy his 2 private jets, that there's nothing Nigerians can do. After all, Nigerians are social media warriors.
That is true. Akpabio insists that he will buy either plane, either car for the president,
yes,
because Nigerians are
cannot do
just
anything.
noisemakers online.
Noisemakers on social media. We are using this kind of
This is the biggest insult against the Nigerian people.
Nigeria. This is a medium I'm using now with my brother here to sensitize people about what's up. in Nigerian nation. And that is where it ends. Because you can't see me march forward towards Northern Barrack and go and talk nonsense there when they are welding AK-47. Every Nigerian, nobody wants to die. Akpabio is giving us the highest yabis of our lives. He's sending his message across Nigeria nation that we only make noise on Facebook, noises on YouTube, noises on Twitter, Instagram, and so on and so forth. So what happens is that time shall come. I still hint repeatedly, when Nigerians will rise up and march towards Aso Rock, National House of Assembly, every state government secretariat, and grab forcefully what belongs to them. You can see a whole Senate president is number 3 citizen of this country giving me a piece that I only make noise on social media. He's calling me a hero and warrior. But after making all manners of noise, I will go back to my chair. See, what I'm trying to say is that we must at least skim out a platform or podium from where we should be at least attacking government, not only talking. These people, they have roots from where they are going to work every morning. We know that soldiers, they can shoot without missing their target. The time shall come when mammoths, garrison of soldiers, will see what is bigger than NSAS protests. I'm telling you, time shall come, because Nigerians were fed up this time. If we don't make noise, this kind of colossal amount of money is gonna go down drain, and there's nothing you can do.
Mike Ezekome, the senior advocate of Nigeria, yesterday
a good lawyer,
called out Tinubu. He says that Tinubu, be careful of the people around you. Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians are hungry. But don't forget, Mike Ezekome was the person that advised Tinubu to change the national anthem. And I am now surprised he's telling Tinubu that Nigerians are hungry and hungry, that a protest might ensue any moment from now. Is this not hypocrisy from Mike Ezekome?
Hypocrisy of the highest order, and his hypocrisy has been detected by the entire citizenry. When someone that suggested to Nigeria to go back to the colonial national anthem, what are you trying to do? Ezekome is trying to betray our independence, our sovereignty. Nigeria has a sovereignty. We've gone back to colonial era. Once we have kicked out our former national anthem, Arise, O Compatriots. So patriotism is no more in vogue going on in Nigeria. Everybody is an enemy of the government, enemy of Nigeria. And Michael Ezekome suggested the new national anthem or the old one written by a British poet. I think his name is Lily or Joy, I don't know, or Lucy or Christy. That is denying our independence. So we have gone back to colonial era, and nobody, I thank God, is even care to know about Nigeria we healthy. I can't help Nigeria when Tinubu is not healthy. If Tinubu is healthy, I would have held Nigeria. So now we are not holding a country whereby a bag of rice is 900,000, a bag of beans 1 million naira. I'm just using, a sarcasm, but people knows actually that what I mean is rice and beans are not affordable anymore in Nigeria. Ezekome suggested it. He carted away with hundreds of millions of naira. Do you know how much they cheer over reverting or retracting from using the CO Achebe or that old Nigerian man that just died maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, national anthem written by a Nigerian poet? So what I'm trying to say is that it's a money-making venture. Nigeria is now a public liability company, a company whereby if you work hard, you are going to at least make money from that transaction. It is a transactional government that is going on. Yes, a money-making entity is Nigerian federal government. Because if you are an orator, you can talk well, you can speak in the house, everybody can hear you. You can raise up your hand and say, okay, I want to create Ado State. Let Ekiti capital be Ado Ekiti. But I want to create Ado State. Ado State. They will say yes. He's talking. You will go home with money. Tomorrow there will be Ado State. Whether the people in Ado State want it or not, you are the one that says so. You are going home with money. Ezekome is like, writing his name on the annal of history of this country. So let me tell you, I'm not even blaming him, because the more you shout, the more they hear our voice. Because we are just running a republic that will be likened to zoo, that is animal kingdom. When you are strong, you will survive. If you are not strong, you can read the food chain in biology, the survival of the fittest.
Thank you very much for that wonderful submission. Yes, I have here with me my Oga. Good morning, sir.
Morning, my brother.
Tinubu is planning to share another 250 billion. Last year, they share money, they give all the state governors money. They gave all state governors almost 5 billion. I don't know if you got rice from that one they gave, because Tinubu again is saying that he will give 255 billion to Nigerians for food. Is this not another means for Tinubu and his cohorts to deceive us?
Thank you very much, my brother, and thank you, our viewers all over the world. I pray for you wherever you are. May God bless you and bless your family. In Jesus' name, amen. Yes, Nigeria is a banana republic. Anytime they wake up, they will bring one kind of law.
You know anybody that got the 50,000?
I've not seen anybody.
Not your friend, not your relative, nobody.
At all. I've not seen anybody. I've not seen anybody out of that 50 billion they are talking about. To say you say Nigeria is not working. The country is not working, my brother. The country is not working. They are just there. That is why they want to die in power. They want to die by all means. They want to kill in name of power, because they want to be there, and they want to, they want to be there to do what? To steal our money, to build our money. That's why Nigeria is like this. That's why everybody, the masses are suffering today. That's why, as Mr. Rab said now, can you afford to buy a drink of beans now? As Nigeria is talking today.
How much is a drink of beans?
2,000 naira. A drink of beans.
How much is the drink of rice?
The drink of rice now is 1,000 plus.
But now the beans the cheapest rice before.
Before. Not be now again. The beans is the highest edition now. That is almost a plate of beans now. It's almost 10,000 naira.
10,000
yes.
naira for beans?
Yes. Don't verify. And confirm. If you are not mistaken, don't confirm how much is a plate of beans now. So where are we heading to? Do you think that this country will work? Do you think that this country will continue to work like this? It cannot work. It cannot work. That is why we are telling people, we are telling them, let's find solution within ourselves. Let's find solution to this country, so that we know how we handle ourselves. That's why we are clamoring for the freedom. Because we cannot control with this mess. Day by day, they are quoting one kind of law. The other day, they bring in the old nationality. It means that the British are still ruling us. British are still controlling this country with the Fulanis. They are still controlling this country, Britain. That there were problems.
My Oga, Akpabio said that if Nigeria like, let them shout.
Okay.
That he will approve the new jet for Tinubu.
Wonderful.
Because Nigerians are just online noisemakers.
Okay. Much.
Is it true?
You see what you are talking? You see, it means that Nigeria is a fool. We are a fool. You understand? Well, you can only make noise.
But not be lying now. Now only noise with the make.
Now, yeah. To tell you that this country is not working. Can it happen like that in another country?
Kenya now they protest.
Kenya now. That Kenya protesting every day. No matter the killing, they are still protesting.
Why are Nigerians not protesting?
Are we one? Is Nigeria working? Is Nigeria one? If Nigeria is one, all those mess cannot be happen. All those mess that our leaders are taking us into cannot be going. It cannot be happen. But we're not one. I don't see one Nigeria. I will always say it. I don't see one Nigeria. That's why Nigeria is like this. Why are going to protest? Who won't die?
Why are people not protesting in their state at least? Even if they don't protest at federal level, why are they not protesting at their state?
Are you protesting for Nigeria? For who? Are you protesting for your leader, or you are protesting for your own? When if you come to protest in Nigeria, you're your own. Whatever happened to you, you're your own. That's Nigeria for you. Nigeria don't care for you. They don't care about you. Whether you are British or not, they don't care. If you come and say that you want to protest, you're your own. They will ask you question, who sent you? You want to die from Nigeria? You want to die for them? Leave them. One day go better. One day go better. We are dying. So to think that the country is not one. If the country is one, give me a sample. Kenya. What is going on in Kenya today? Even Haiti. even Haiti. But it cannot happen here. It cannot happen here. We'll tell you that the Akpabio come now say we are not Mecca. What do you expect before? What do you expect? That's it them. If we making us finish, end of the day, whatever they like, they will do. We can't do anything. That's what they are trying to tell the masses. That's what they're trying to tell the common man. That's why we are just making noise that we cannot do anything. And they are there basing our money. Of course, the children are not feeling what the masses are passing through in this country.
Who go help us out?
Who will help us? It's only God.
God.
With God.
It is a God will come down.
With God, we will achieve our goal.
Thank you very
That's
much.
why we are coming for the freedom of this country. Let everybody party.
Thank you.
Let everybody party in this country. So we know who is who.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, Mr. Lee.
Yes, I have here with me Mr. Kule. Honorable Kule. It's been a long time, sir. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, it has to be. Good morning. How you doing, man?
You're welcome back to the bus stop.
To the bus stop or to your platform, right?
Everywhere. To my platform, to the bus stop. It's good to see you once again.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here too.
I like this your style of car.
I took a sabbatical leave, right? So I took a sabbatical leave just to stay away and face instead of complaining.
So good, so good. So Tinubu now, don't forget Tinubu last year he said he wanted to share some palliative. He gave the state governors, and we all know how that went. That it was terrible. Again, yesterday Tinubu has said he wants to share another 250 something billion naira to buy food, assorted food that they will share to the people. Is this not another style of fraud? Because this is becoming one too many.
Yeah, you can say I don't really need to blame the president. I need to blame we masses, because when you go through the routes of democracy, you know that we owns the democracy, we owns the governance, and we are the government is of the people, by the people, and for the people. That's what democracy simplifies. But are we really engaging? Instead of abusing, are we really engaging constructively? Because I know if you keep tab on these governors that you just mentioned now, nobody has ever questioned the governors that how are you spending the allocation you've been receiving for a while, and by the issue of palliative, how come they will dish out the palliative and they will divert it to political, they will turn it to political, what's it called, largesse. So to me, we all have a role to play. It's not just coming here and just shouting. We need to engage, constructive engagement. And I keep saying this, but I think some people took offense on what I've been saying since, but I have to just leave them that, so good be it, man. If you want it that way, complaining, sitting on the fence, and it's the worst thing a human can have in life is sitting on the fence, right? The protest is a right of everybody, and what I see in it is you don't need to. Somebody was talking about what happens in Kenya not too long. I can say the Kenya citizens are more informed than us in this country, because the youth, they don't want to engage constructively, and there's always a say that say the youth are the leaders of tomorrow.
But Nigerian youth tried to engage the government in 2020, and we saw what happened, how they were massacred in the Lekki toll gate. You are saying that the Nigerian youth are not engaging. Akpabio recently said that Nigerian youth are online social media noisemakers. I haven't engaged them online. We try to ask them, query their policies, or at the end of the day, what we get in return is insult.
Okay, you said you are engaging. You are engaging with stability. There's no stability, non-stability. There's no stability within the Nigerian citizen. How many of us have gone to their states of origin and asked questions and write their governors? We want to know how our allocation is being spent. The problem is we left the second cadre of the governance, which is you have the presidency, you have the executives, you have the the legislative, and the executive, which the governors fell under. How many of us have engaged our governors that all this money you have been collecting, I mean, it's a cash cow now for the governors. You know how much they under Buhari, the allocation was like 600,000, 600 million at times, and you know, say 800 million, 600 million, 700 million. But now these governors are pocketing trillions of naira. They are pocketing multi-billions of naira. What have they done with the money? What have they done with the money? Including even the local government for front, man, that always get into their table. What are they doing with all this money? I went round the other time. I just came back from Osun. I went to study the situation report of Osun State, make inquiry about what's going on with my governor then. Now that's which is Adeleke, Demola Adeleke, for Governor Demola Adeleke. And I see a lot of, a lot of accolades they're giving to.
So you're saying Adeleke is doing well?
It's trying. It's
Did he share the palliative?
It's not about palliative. This is a guy that brought 1 billion on the table for the micro finance. Our mothers. What's it called? Trade union.
You saw people that collected it, that benefited from it.
Yes.
Live.
What he did is go into clutches. It created the clutches of women. That okay, I'm going to use this money to elevate your well-being, and it's going to be if it is your turn to use the money and you pay it back to the government for another set to benefit from.
Okay, like a cooperative.
Cooperative, yeah, society. And if a lot of governors can borrow that list from that Ademola Adeleke, which happens to be the governor of Osun State, that would have been better, because you don't eradicate poverty from the top. You eradicate poverty from the bottom. And how did I mean by the bottom? Once you secured a woman's well-being, you secured a nation. Once you secured a woman well-being, who happens to be our mother, you definitely secured a nation. And I borrowed that lead from what Adeleke is doing there now in Osun State. And but I can tell you, majority of us in Nigeria as youth, we are deformed. Majority of Nigerians are deformed.
And you are exonerating the president and the governors.
I'm not exonerating the president. I told you earlier on, if you listen well to me, that I will really engaging constructively about the Lekki issues you said, Lekki Toge, what's it called, the SARS issues. I think I can tell you, we started well, but we got it wrong at the late hours. What I mean by the late hours, if you are protesting, you start the protest and you retreat. You retreat. You always see other clients. We always follow the American system of government.
Finally, Mr. Akule, let me ask you: are you for protest or against protest?
I'm for a constructive protest. A constructive. What I mean by constructive protest is not a protest that you come on the streets and the area boy will hijack it, the Yahoo boys will hijack it, and they will not tell. That's there's a say in Nigeria that show me your works and I will tell you who you have. And I can tell you categorically that as I am, I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody. And I am saying it loudly that Nigeria that we belong to, we all have to come together and get things done. We have to just start from our own self, talk to our own self. Orientation, we all need reorientation. An average citizen of Nigeria as a youth needs reorientation. Our reorientation will bring up the checkmating of this people in government.
Thank you very much for that submission.
Do you see that in our city? Do you see that in the majority of the youth? The majority of them are busy. The majority of them are just awkward. So that's why at times I always...
You keep blaming the youth when the government has not played.
Who is the government?
Then, no problem.
Who is the government? Are you not the government? I keep telling you.
No. I don't.
Without your vote, can anybody get to that seat?
The government is not providing education. They are not providing good jobs. They are not providing electricity. I mean, you know this. They are not attracting foreign development, what's it called, FDI. So, but then you can on and on.
Can you now allow me now? The system we are practicing now, we have to collapse it to even get everything work out. We have to collapse it, bring out that McPherson constitution, bring out that military constitution that they've been hiding, and bring out the Jonathan confab, and implement it, right? And once you get that done, I mean, we are good to go. But if you don't do that, you keep complaining here, you complaining to eternity. Your generation will meet you. Your generation will meet you on complaining. Your generation will meet on the. You can see a character like look at this one now. He doesn't believe in anything. But what has he put on the table for the government? What has he put on the table for Nigeria to be okay? The government coming to his paper stand and saying that government is not good. Government. What is your effort? You are talking about Kenya. Kenya people stood up and they engaged constructively to their president that you cannot be flying a first class, private jets to an event. Go and get a commercial this thing. That is what the president, the prime minister of England did the other time. He was flying a local flight, down to anywhere he's going. So you here, you just abusing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The government to be better.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Martin, welcome on board.
Thank you for having me.
Tinubu wants to share another 256 billion as food palliative. The last one he said in December. I don't know, perhaps maybe you got a bag of rice, or you know anybody that got a share of it. Is this not another scheme of scam and fraud?
I may not be the category of the people that should have it, because in every society, I think there are.
But did you see anybody that had?
I'm going there. I think it's not a bad idea to reach out to the people in terms of whether you call it grain, food. But what is important is you must reach the target audience. I think that was obviously lacking. Because we saw the government distributed, according to them, is it 4 billion per state, where they say 2 billion will come in form of grain from strategic reserve, and the other 2 billion will come in form of cash. We have seen a situation where there was virtually no distribution. Recently, I've seen someone who was even questioning that even in the strategic reserve, that we do not have reserve, we do not have any grain. So what I want to tell Mr. President directly is, the governors are major impediments. Devise another means of reaching the people. Because if you channel this grain to the governors, I must tell you for a fact, it will not get to them. It cannot get to the target audience. We are seeing a situation where the governors are like a stumbling block to development. Look at what is happening at the last year of the government. I'm talking about local government system.
The Minister of Finance is saying that they will use the National Register, which has been re-verified and accepted by the governor, which simply means they are still going to use the state governors. Are we not in a deep mess? Because every palliative, the federal government ordinarily should pass it through the state government. But we are in a situation whereby our state governors are not sincere. What other ways?
Until we start getting feedback from the recipients, supported recipients, that they actually get what they ought to get. That is what we can start doing appraisal to say, yes, it was a success. But for now, we are saying that a similar intervention in the past failed, and if you cannot continue doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. As such, if you are to give out grain, you have to give out money in form of palliative to cushion the effect of government policy and all of that, it must not follow the same system that have failed in the past. Otherwise, the government will end up telling us that they have spending extra amount of money and it will not solve the problem they intended to solve.
Now, Akpabio has called Nigerians online warriors, that he will buy the jet no matter what, because Nigerians only make noise on Twitter, Facebook, and the likes. Do you agree with him?
I think if that is what he said,
this is what he said.
He's reckless in that with that statement. He would have used a better language to explain the need to buy the jet, because if it's a necessity, if it involves the safety of the president, I think it becomes a necessity. But casting aspersion on Nigerians
you call it a necessity despite the poor state of the Nigerian economy?
If the safety of the president is in question,
why can't the president fly commercial planes? Why can't he fly commercial planes? At least he can fly commercial and be in the business class. Is he out of place?
I don't think a Nigerian president want to do that. But unfortunately, in our society here, we have not gotten to the level where we can put pressure on the government to do what the citizens want.
After 60 years?
It's unfortunate. I must tell you. Is it not Kenya we saw the president or the government reverse a policy that the people felt is antithetical to the welfare of the people? But
Often than not, you hardly see Nigerian government reverse a policy because the people are opposed to it. That's because we have not gotten that power. We have not been able to explore the power of the populace to put pressure on the government. But going back to your question, if it's a necessity, if the safety of the president is in question, then it becomes a necessity. Otherwise, I think the government should, at every point in time, look at the best way to cut costs.
Thank you for that wonderful submission, Mr. Matthew. Yes, please, viewers, kindly like, subscribe, and share. This video as we come to the end of the program. Please kindly join us tomorrow as we bring to you reactions of the people from the streets of Lagos. For now, we say bye bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.